I think painting is basically it's a process of making mistakes over and over again until you get it to where you want.
I don't think I'd want to be an artist from anywhere else, if I'm being real.
I would say death inspires me the most. The concept of death will never not be inspiring to me. I think I had a lot of confidence as a kid, and I liked to just kind of like perform, but I was also really shy too. So it's like I'd want to be seen, but like only when I was ready. And I feel like art kind of like was that happy medium of like I can do something crazy and people can marvel over me and I'm not even in the room. I'm really into figuring out how can I say things without any words, just with figures and colors and shit like that. So I spend so much time on these pieces that there is a lot of just like emotional and spiritual and just reflection. I think when it comes to my paintings, like I definitely lean on the realism side. I feel like I want to let people know who I am. I think when it comes to my paintings, like I definitely lean on the realism side. I would say death inspires me the most. The concept of death will never not be inspiring to me because there's so many possibilities. And even like getting into like my upcoming show, like Boy Number 9 is my closest depiction of what at times I feel like I'm destined for. I was raised super religious, and I think because of that, a lot of religious just practices are like, they float in my mind. And I feel like that puts a lot of, sometimes just tension, just on day-to-day things. And I feel like painting is the one place where I can really just like, almost say whatever I want to God, and it's not like disrespectful. It's almost like an open-ended conversation, like to the creator and like my former self and after self. It's a weird time lapse kind of thing. Me and God be collabing a lot, right? I feel like left foot, right foot. So it's like one foot can do whatever it wants. And I feel like the synergy happens when you kind of just like, it's a little bit of like forgiveness, it's a little bit of surrender, it's a little bit of like some of those more like tender mixed with, you know, that raw anger or frustration or whatever you encountered in the real world. So I guess the answer is almost like just release, you know? Releasing and letting yourself kind of just like letting whatever it is happen. It is the answer, and you let it come to you. I think everything takes twice as long as you expect it to, right? So like, let's say you want to have a solo show in a year. The show that you want is going to take you 2 years to make. And I feel like that level of patience is essential if you want to like last in this business. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's kind of like you'll put out a lot of cookie cutter shit. It'll come and go. People won't remember it. But I think patience is probably the key thing. Like an average person probably would have thought I was done months ago, and I was like, nah, like there's still more that I want to pour into this, and I want to wait until it's ready before I even like let anyone publicly see it. You know? So I would say patience is probably the biggest one. I think painting is basically it's a process of making mistakes over and over again until you get it to where you want. I think I had a lot of confidence as a kid, and I liked to just kind of like perform, but I was also really shy too. So it's like I'd want to be seen, but like only when I was ready, or like at a certain, but like not all the time. And I feel like art kind of like was that happy medium of like I can do something crazy and people can marvel over me and I'm not even in the room.
He's insane too. This guy right here. Yeah. Top. Bro, that thing is crazy. trying, brother. You been trying, brother. Man. You make me sick. Like he's insane. What's up, man? Yeah.
I feel like the best thing about Hounds is like, we didn't try to make it anything. So if it was an elevator pitch, I probably wouldn't say, I'd be like, you like this jersey? You like this car? You like Hounds, right? But I think ultimately we wanted to combine racing aesthetics with creative work. We wanted to just do a collaboration, simply. We started off with some clothes, we started off with a jersey, and then we just kept taking it further. So first it was one jersey, then it was two jerseys, then we had the car idea. It was like a year-long process of just like fleshing out how much can we do with our own resources, and that's what you have behind us now. Coming in through all this car, we kind of wanted to build an actual universe around it. So we have FG Motors for Glory Motors. We got CC Tuning. We got a couple other sponsors that we made like in that universe. This is one of the Hounds decals that we designed. I don't know how many times we had to draw this to get it right. We was drawing it white on black, black on white, getting the negative, half toning, doing all kind of shit. In terms of the swoosh, we kind of just wanted to add some motion to it, keep it looking aggressive. As we come to the other side, we'll swing around here. You got the G and the CC logo. You got my brother Nabil's YouTube channel, the owner of the car. We got the Hounds main logo. And this honestly might be my favorite. I just love how clean our logo just came printed out. Like, it's almost like one-to-one exactly how it was on the computer. Quite literally anything is possible. We went through hell and high water just to get this car in this room today. We went through a lot, but we didn't stop, and that was the only factor. And I feel like with that mentality, you can do quite literally anything.
I'm trying to figure out the sequence in which I want these to go. I know for a fact I want to end with this piece. So I'm kind of doing like a clockwise thing. There's also going to be pieces outside too. So that big one rolled up will be outside. But really just like feeling the flow of it. I try to find like little mini themes in each wall. And then I try to find mini themes and like parallels and like stuff like that. I think everybody sees it differently. But I try to make it make at least some sense. Just so it doesn't come off as like, I don't know, completely like self-absorbed or like unaware, whatever that word is. But yeah. The whole show is about self-reflection. It's about really just taking a moment to realize, hey, like, you're only really gonna be alive for like 15 more minutes. Like, that's what it's gonna feel like. The work, I definitely want people to stop and marvel and be present, but I'm into world building. So not only do I wanna show off my painting abilities, but I wanna show off my ability to execute an idea. Yeah. I spend so much time on these pieces that there is a lot of just like emotional and spiritual and just reflection. It's almost like it's therapy with yourself. And for me, that typically takes me to a very spiritual place. I think especially as men, when we create and we're vulnerable and we express things, it's really easy to like maybe not get the reaction you wanted and shut down completely and never open that side of yourself up ever again. So I feel like when you do finally get to a point where like others in community actually feel what you feel about what you're doing, it really doesn't get any better than that, yo. For real, like that's just like, if I could do that every day and continue to do that and just like talk with my people and create and express and say what we all want to say, that's it. I'm gonna be real with you, Joel. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need some respect on my name. And I'm not saying that like I don't get respect in this city, because I love being an artist in Baltimore. I feel like I want to let people know who I am. I want them to be a little bit more familiar with GPAC. I would say familiarity, understanding of what's going on in the art scene right here in this building. Every day I'm on the top floor of this building that y'all come into, pouring my soul onto a canvas. And I just want them to kind of just witness that. And they can feel however they want to feel after that, for real.